Ryan Milton, and welcome to First Callouts. This is a show I run every single Wednesday. For all you compares out there, I'm trying to teach you how to get yourself into that iconic first callout. Today, we're talking about the 4 tips that you gotta know to master your stage presence and your posing. This will be a relevant video for every and all divisions, current and future. Alright, please make sure you do me a favor. You subscribe to the channel and you share the video because I got 5 awesome series I run all single week. This is First Callout. Alright, all you compares out there, you did your prep right, you trained hard, you ate right, you dieted down, you're looking good, you're ready to hit the stage. But what's actually the most important factor, right? It's actually not the training, it's not the nutrition, it's not the cardio. It's that stage moment, that time when you step on, that posing and that presentation. And today, I want to talk about 4 things to help you master your posing and your presentation. And coincidentally enough, you can never actually master these things, alright? So let's dive right on in, let's get to it. This is relevant again for any and all divisions out there. This will help you get better posing, better presentation, and probably place better, get yourself in that first call out. If your physique's ready, right? Alright? So let's dive on in. Okay. So number 1, first thing you got to understand is that your poses, they have to be built for you and your physique. Now I know there's a ton of people out there that like to watch their favorite, pros of any of these divisions. Bikini, men's physique, classic, wellness, any of this. You want to look at these comparisons that are winning the shows or the pros and you think, okay, well she did that pose, he did that pose, I'm going to do that pose, I'm going to do this. Now, what you got to do is make sure you build a posing routine that's individual for you. And see, these competitors are pros and they're the ones you look at because they did exactly that. They are the ones that went in and they mastered their look and their appearance so well that their routine looks flawless because it matches their physique so well. However, you could take any one of them and give them another one of, your favorite pros routines and it would not look so good on them. And that's because every single person's physique is entirely different, right? There's no question that every different competitor has a different amount of muscle mass in their shoulders and their glutes and their legs and their calves and their hips and everywhere on their body is different. Not to mention just skeletal structures, right? There's nobody with the same skeleton, nobody with the same muscle shape and structures as well. Everybody is different. We're all individuals. We don't have any identicals out there, even if you got an identical twin. And so with that, you got to understand, well, that means your posing needs to be fit for you and your physique. And this is huge. Please make sure you note this. Make sure your posing fits you and your physique. And what you got to do really is I strongly suggest you work with a posing coach, okay? I know a lot of people these days, they want to jump on YouTube, type some stuff in and think they're going to watch a few videos and do it on their own. Well, in reality, it's hard for you subjectively as a competitor to look at your physique and see what needs to be done. As well as the fact a lot of times competitors and even some coaches unfortunately just do not even know what kind of pose will be best for you and what the judges actually want to see in these divisions, okay? So getting yourself with a qualified posing coach can be a make or break, alright? If you want help with this, go to teamfflex.com. We'll get you set up. We got posing coaches. We offer a free trial even. Jump in, boom, get it right there. We got 1 free session for anybody that wants to pose, okay? 1 free session, Team Flex Posing. Go to teamfflex.com/posing and you can get your free session right now. Let's dive to the next bit. Number 2, you got your poses down, you're looking great. What you got to do when it comes to stage day is you got to make sure you understand this. If you can see the judges they can see you. They're looking at you, okay? And I'm talking about you competitors that are way off on the side of the stage. You're not even, your class isn't even up yet. You're just on the stairs waiting to climb up. But you can see the judges outside the corner of your eye or whatever. They're looking at you probably out of the corner of theirs. Because what happens here is yeah, they're judging mainly the competitors that are on the stage, right? The one in the center box, the ones on the back lines, the ones coming out and coming off. But if they can see you over here, you're waiting for your moment while this guy or this girl's going, and you're standing off to the side, you better believe they're taking notes on you, okay? They're always looking at you no matter what. If you can see the judges any way possible, they can definitely see you, and I'll tell you, they're judging you. Judges are always looking for your flaws. They're looking for the moment you're over here on the side, you're not paying attention. They're looking for, what goes on when you walk off or whatever, because that's how they really can deem the quality of a competitor overall, all around, right? Because anybody can really practice their posing very, very well and come to the center box and do good, but if they can't walk and they can't present on sides, it's going to be a major factor, okay? It's going to be a major, major issue in your placing and your scoring. So believe it or not, the judges are always watching you no matter what. So the best thing you can do is make sure you're prepared for these moments. Anytime that you can see the judges, get yourself into stage mode as if you are in the center box being judged right now for all your hard work, your 12, your 16 weeks of prep. Make sure that you're presenting that all the time, right? Anytime you're walking around in a bikini, posing, trunks, or anything else, please just be 100% on par.
I need to know everything, who and the what and the where. I need
Number 3, to master your stage posing and your stage presence, you gotta understand all the little stuff does matter, okay? That's number 3. Note that down, write it down, put it somewhere. All the little stuff does matter. And what I'm talking about is, okay, you might have your posing game on point. You might know your routine. You might be able to hit these poses like some kind of a mythical monster, a unicorn of posing. And you might know that, hey, the judges, they're looking at you all the time. You might have that dialed. But guess what? If you don't got the right presence going on, you don't got the right other little stuff going on, it's going to affect you. We're talking about your tan. You got to have your tan done right. Don't be going out there with the half-ass tan, okay? Streaks, lines, creases, all that. That happens a lot of time when competitors try to do this themselves, or they got their coach just trying to slather it on like they're a painter or something. The point is, go with the show venue tans, because the tans will matter, and if you mess up your tan, at least you piss on yourself or something, which does happen out there, then guess what? Now they can touch you up. They can fix you up. And a lot of times, honestly, your tan will get messed up. Your tan will get blotchy. It's going to get wet. Things are going to happen. It's just better to be able to correct that. You don't want to go out there with the tan wrong, because that can actually affect your presence and even your posing on stage, because it makes your physique look so different. Okay? This goes in the same thing as far as makeup and hair go for the ladies, for sure. Do not cut corners on the makeup and the hair, okay? This is getting judged in every division. There's some men's physique competitors that wear makeup, okay? And they're not obviously wearing the girls' makeup, but they're wearing makeup because they're trying to look their damn best on stage. Bodybuilding is, the sport of bodybuilding, bikini, all these categories, everything. It's not just about, showing up with a physique. It's about showing up with the best overall presentation and physique, okay? So when you go get good makeup done, ladies, and you get your hair done real good, and you get all this stuff done, you got your jewelry on point, your earrings, your bracelets, your heels, all this is good, well, guess what? That's going to affect your ability to present on stage. And I'll say mainly the reason that this happens is because you, as yourself, as a competitor, you feel your best. You feel like you really brought your best. A lot of times when competitors are doing self-tans, they're not feeling confident about it. When, they're cutting corners, trying to piece together their makeup, but they're girls that don't even do their makeup any other day, you know what I mean? That it's just not going to feel the same coming out on stage as if like, okay, I took out every stop. I got the tan done by the vendor. I got the hair done by the vendors here. I got my makeup done by the pros, and I'm feeling great walking out because I know I'm bringing my absolute best. Please understand, any of you competitors competing, all the little stuff does matter. Don't cut corners. Bring your best. This goes down even glazes and things like that. Make sure you're getting glazed by professionals. You got the glaze that's going to show your physique off in the right lights under the stage, and a lot of times it gets underdone, overdone, whatever, and it's going to affect you wrong, okay? So I'm going to say straight up, if you got the opportunity to go with an expert, always go with an expert. And I don't know what show you're at if you can't go with an expert. Alright, last one right here, number 4. How do you bring your best mastered posing presentation to the stage? You gotta understand this, and this is a very, very, very big one. Anybody that made this far, I guarantee you, you're gonna be better. You got to be prepared for anything to happen. Hear what I just said, write it down, tattoo the shit on your forehead while you're posing in the mirror. You gotta be prepared for anything to happen, okay? When you're a competitor, you're gonna go to a myriad of shows. There's so many different promoters, so many different shows, so many different flows, so many different things are gonna happen, right? You might be the competitor that has to walk out on stage and stand in the back for 5, 10, 20 minutes before you get to go in the box. And if you're not prepared to hold a modified version of your front pose on the sideline to look presentable, you are in the danger zone, okay? You're in the danger zone, ladies and gents. You're going to have problems because the judges, remember, they're always watching you. And if you're on the sides and you're deteriorating, you start gut breathing because you can't hold your abs in, you're breaking down and you're talking, you're doing whatever. All of that is going to go into your placing. So you got to be prepared for that. Sometimes it might not be a factor. Sometimes you literally might be all the way off stage, walk on stage, walk right back off. Awesome. Be prepared for either one, okay? What you should also be prepared for, anybody out there, is a variance in the length of your routine. Now, depending on how many competitors in your class and how the show is flowing, there could be a high variance in how long you actually get. We have the standardized, bikini gets 10 to 15 seconds, so on and so forth. But what happens is in any of these divisions, there is flexibility there. They could be pumping the show along and you're getting a strict 10 seconds and now, whoops, your routine didn't go as planned. You missed your back pose. This happens all the time, right? Because you basically are going to say next, next, next. They got to keep the show flowing. They got to give everybody their time. But if you are not prepared, you could end up messing up your routine or missing a pose or whatever. So I suggest you got to make sure you practice your posing at a variance of times. Practice your routine fast, practice it slow, and be able to take it at any level, any time interval you need, because that's going to allow you to be able to go out there and deal with anything. So if the show flow's going a little longer, it's cool. Maybe you got a little extra time to really make sure you nail every single pose. But if it goes faster, now you're prepared too, because you can just speed that thing up and get every pose in. Because the competitors that can show the judges the mandatories the best way, the front, the back, and they can show it with good confidence and good presence, that's going to help you get better scoring. That's going to help you get yourself into those first callouts, okay? Next thing you gotta do is basically just be prepared for absolutely any other thing to happen on show day. Okay, you have to absolutely be ready. We're talking about these 4 tips. All what I'm about to say kind of goes in everything. Be ready for chaos. Be ready for anything to happen. Always plan for the chaos, because if it's anything less, it's gonna be a great day, okay? And basically, even if it is chaotic, it will be handled. You know what I mean? Have somebody there that can touch up your tan. This is why I recommend do the tanners. Have somebody there that can fix your makeup, your hair, stuff like that if it gets messed up. That's why it's good to go with the vendors. Be prepared by having posed with posing coaches that know what the division wants and know how to train you in the right way to make sure that you're going to be able to handle standing on the sideline for a long period of time, handle doing this and that. And again, if anybody needs help with their posing, go to teamfflex.com/posing. We give 1 free session out. This just started. 1 free session to anybody that needs posing. And if you need help with anything else, training or nutrition for contest prep, we got you there too on a free trial. It's on Team FFLEX. Just put your name in the email and we will get you set up, okay? But please make sure you understand this, ladies and gents. All this stuff, if you start practicing this, if you really bring this all through, if you understand your division, you master your posing, and you just start basically hitting every other one of these 3 things I talked about, it's going to change the game for you. It's going to change the game for your presentation and your posing. What you got to understand is bodybuilding, no matter what division you are, could be bikini, class, classic, men's physique, wellness, any of these, it's not going to come down to just being the best dieter and being the best at lifting weights. It's going to come down to who shows up and presents at their absolute best, shows the best posing, shows the best presentation. That is the one that wins. That's what all the pros are, that are your icons and the people you look up to. All of them did that, and they did it to their best, and they continue to do that, and they continue to figure out how to do it better. And that's exactly what you got to do if you want to get in first call out and you want to continue getting first call out. Thank you for watching First Call Outs. I'm Ryan Milton from Team Flex. Please make sure you subscribe. Please make sure you share it, and check out those free trials and that free posing session. That's insane. World-class posing coaching for free. Go to teamfflex.com right now, and you can get it all there. Thanks for watching. Coach Ryan.
I think I'm playing chess, I see a king, I'm at his neck. I'm 3 steps ahead at every move, now that's a check. Yes, they wanna know my